There's a few ways to add slides in PowerPoint. We've already covered one way, which is to select New Slide, select the layout we want, and start working. Or, in the Slides Navigator, we can right-click and select New Slide. Now, it's going to default to a certain layout, but that's okay, we can change it. In the Home ribbon tab, come up to Layout, and now we can change it to whatever layout we want. In this case, I'm going to choose Content with Caption. Because while we're building this presentation, now it's time to start talking a little bit about our executive team. So here's my placeholders, and I'm going to start by adding some text to it. I'm going to come down here to the next placeholder, and I can change my text if I want. For example, if I highlight it, using the pop-out menu, I'm going to boldface it, and I can do the same with the next line. Now it's time to start inputting some data about Gerald, and I actually have that already done, so I'm going to copy and paste it right into PowerPoint. It's in my Assets folder in a text document called Executive Team. I'm going to open that up, find the paragraph with Gerald's history, click and drag to select it all, choose Edit, Copy, come back to my presentation, and I've got the cursor all set up where I want the text to go, so I'm going to use the right mouse button and right-click and hover my mouse over the paste options. The neat thing is I haven't actually clicked anything yet, I've just hovered over it, and I'm seeing a preview of how that text is going to look inside my presentation. If I'm happy with the way it looks, I can click and it gets pasted in. Now it's time to add her picture on the right-hand side. So I can see these buttons here, which are placeholders for inserting things like charts, graphs, tables, and pictures. I'm going to hover my mouse over the options until I find Pictures and click on that. It's going to pop up the Insert Picture dialog box. Now, in the Assets folder, I'm going to navigate to Gerald's picture, click on it once to select it, and choose Insert. As you can see, because we used a layout, the picture gets nicely formatted and placed in an easy-to-read way right into the slide itself. So that slide looks great, but I still have a long way to go. There's more than one person on the executive team, and it's going to take a long time for me if I have to create a slide for all these people. I can actually duplicate this slide. I'm going to right-click right on Gerald's slide and select Duplicate Slide. I instantly get an identical slide, so now all I have to do is change the data and change the picture. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the data, and we're going to update this all, and I'm going to do it the exact same way I did Gerald's, except this time I'm going to do it with Mark. Now that we've got his data in there, we just need to update the picture. PowerPoint makes that really easy also. I'm going to right-click the picture and choose Change Picture. From the Insert Pictures dialog, I want to choose From a File. I'm going to select Browse to bring up the Insert Picture dialog on my own computer. Now I'm still in the Assets folder, so this time I'm just going to choose Mark's picture and click Insert. Now I've got two great-looking slides with completely separate data in them. To add a further time saver to this, I can hold down the Shift key and select the slides next to each other. Now I can right-click and choose Duplicate Slide, and I'm actually going to get two more duplicated slides. So now all I have to do is change these slides, and I'll have even more updated information. Now I've got all these extra slides, so let's start deleting some. I can select any slide by clicking on it, and I can either hit the Delete key on my keyboard, or I can use the right mouse button and select Delete Slide. I can use that Shift trick also to delete. For example, I've got one slide selected. I can hold down the Shift key, select another slide, and hit the Delete key on my keyboard this time. Now they both disappear, and I'm left with just my one slide. So there's lots of ways to add slides, delete slides, duplicate slides, and now our presentation is really starting to take some shape.